Hello, and welcome to Accept Angelic Help. I'm Nancy, and we finally reached the last video in this series, and this is titled Good Habits and Practices. So I want to thank you for tuning in, and I want to welcome your feedback. So if you care to share with me any of your own experiences with your conversations or things you've seen enter in your life after you ask the angels for help, I'd love to hear from you. You can contact me through email. Go to my website, www.reachyourwish.com, and on the contact page, there's an email that you can send me a message, and I'll get back with you privately. So, this was about good habits to practice and other practices. So, the first thing I would say is to become mindful. Become mindful of the words you use, the thoughts you have, and you want to make those more positive. Once I started becoming more aware of my speech and my thoughts, I realized how negative my words sounded and negative thoughts that I had. And I've worked on this, for quite some time, changing things over to positive. One thing is the universe doesn't understand the words no and don't and can't and won't. Um, but now, because I really try to be aware of things, I start saying things like unable, are withheld, are something that has a nicer, softer tone than no, I don't have. Um, these things make a difference because it puts a little more positive spin on them, and the more positive you can be, the better your life will become. So it's worth catching yourself when you're saying things and changing that thought from a negative to a positive. Like you can say, I want that Mercedes that I saw on the lot down at such and such, but it'll never happen. I won't get it. Instead of saying that, because you're setting yourself up for failure right there and then, say, I just picked up that new Mercedes I saw. I love the color red. I love everything about it. Start, infusing positive words that match your thoughts and see what happens. See if that Mercedes becomes yours. So, becoming mindful of your thoughts and words is a very good habit to adopt. So, another good habit is to give gratitude to God and thank the angels for all their help. Because once you start receiving angelic help, you're going to know it's the angels and you need to thank them for everything you're getting. So, giving gratitude is always a good thing. It doesn't take a lot of time. You can do it first thing in the morning. You can do it just before you fall asleep at night. And it doesn't have to be lengthy. You can start with maybe 5 things that happened to you that day that you're thankful for. And believe me, there's always something to be thankful for. There's so many things that we take for granted and we don't realize just by simply giving thanks for it, it continues to happen in our life. If you can't think of anything, you can always thank God for the day you were given. This is another day in your life. Maybe something really great happened to you. Maybe you got promoted or you got a new job that you wanted. You can give thanks for that. Maybe you got unexpected money from someplace. Give thanks for that. Maybe you went to bingo and you won. Give thanks for that. Maybe you just had chocolate cake or apple pie for dessert. Give thanks for that. There's always something to be thankful for. And then you can get into understanding some of the things you might take for granted, like give thanks for the warm bed you get to crawl into at night. And give thanks that you can get up in the morning and walk to the bathroom without any help. That's a huge thing, and we don't even think about that because we're able and capable of doing it, if you are able and capable of doing it. So there's always something to be thankful for, and giving gratitude is a really good habit. Another good habit to get into is affirmations. So, affirmations are just statements, they're positive statements about your desires. Um, so, whatever you may be asking the angels for help with, make a positive statement about that ask and make it sound like you already have it. The best example would be you're asking for a windfall of unexpected money. You can say, "Thank you, angels, for bringing into my life the money I asked for." You can also say, "I'm a multimillionaire." You can also say, "I'm a world traveler." You can also say, "I'm going to take that trip to Spain. I think we can do that in 6 months." You never know how your asks are going to come about, so it's just a good thing to state these positive affirmations so that what you are asking for gets a little more help from you to bring it into your world. Another thing that it's important, and I do this as often as I can, is to just take 5 minutes out of your day and just sit and be. It's just important to give yourself this relaxation time. You just get a little break. Your mind can shut off. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to think about anything. You don't have to be stressed out about getting this done or that done. You can just sit and be. It's really refreshing. It's like a mini vacation almost. But maybe you have a porch or a patio that you can go sit on. Take 5 minutes a day and just sit and be. And if that isn't available to you, if you don't have a porch or a patio, as you're driving home from work, maybe you just drive to a park and take 5 minutes and sit on a park bench. And just look up at the sky, look around you, notice the beauty of nature around you. And as you're sitting there, you can give thanks for all the beauty you're surrounded by. So once you start with the sitting and being, I think you're going to find you really like that. Not to mention that you really need that. So as you learn to get into the practice of just taking some time to sit and be, I think you're going to find that you're going to always want to put a little bit more time into that, because it sure beats washing the kitchen floor. It's just relaxation time. Use it as a mini break, vacation, whatever you want to call it. So you will find ways to get more quiet time into your day once you start. So when you're doing your sitting and being, take your quiet time, and it's also a really good time you can talk to your angels. So while all these things may seem daunting to you at first, once you stick with them for a couple of weeks, you will build time in your day to do all of these things, to give the gratitude, to say affirmations, to ask for what you want. When you sit and be and think about what makes you happy, eventually you will get the courage to ask exactly for what you want. And you don't have to worry that the universe is going to think badly of you because you want the perfect husband, or you want $10 million so you can quit work. The universe doesn't think badly of you for that. The universe just hears what you want and works to bring it to you. And that's all there is to it. And that's the law of attraction. Our thoughts create our reality. So live the reality you want, and that's what your dreams are made of. Another good practice would be meditation. And I know meditation can be very intimidating. But again, it's nothing more than actually just sitting and being. You just kind of close your eyes in meditation and let yourself go. And if you continue a meditation practice, I think you'll be surprised at just how limitless things actually are. You'll feel yourself kind of blend in with the universe. And for me, I actually see colors when I meditate. And it's just a nice feeling. And I'm looking at some beautiful colors just, going from one side to the other. It's just kind of a unique experience. If meditation is hard for you, I had a yoga teacher tell me once that even chopping celery can be a meditation. Just focus on just the celery and the knife, and that can be a meditative state. So there are ways you can meditate, and that's another good practice to get into. So we're at the end of the video series, and everything in this video series is meant to bring you peace and happiness. If your life isn't perfect, and most lives aren't, I hope you have received some benefit from my video series, Accept Angelic Help. Everything in my videos is based on my life experiences. Throughout the videos, I've given you real life circumstances that happened to me, and these are experiences I wanted to share. And I thank you for listening, because this is my purpose. I feel like I've been guided to do this. So these are my messages to get out to you, that the angels are real, God is real, and they're always near you, and you can always go to them and talk to them. So some important things to remember are: you are perfect. It's okay to put yourself first. Happiness comes from within, and when you're happy, everybody around you benefits from that. You need to understand you're the only one that can say what makes you happy. And remember, you are also strong enough to set boundaries. Some people overstep their boundaries. So know that it's totally okay for you to set boundaries with people. And the last thing is, know that you have power, and do not give your power away. Keep your power for you and live the life you're imagining. Again, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank Evan Maxwell for helping me get these videos out to you. So when you feel you've connected with the angels, tell them Nancy sent you.